Hi everyone, I'm Nicolas Pajusco. In this talk I will present our work on lightweight convolutional neural network on binaural waveform for low complexity acoustic scene classification. There is a pressing need for more efficient solution in deep learning, as most of the state-of-the-art is extremely heavy in terms of number of parameters and memory requirements. This also leads to a large energy consumption, which is a fundamental limitation for many applications in edge or mobile computing. In addition, such applications might require to have deep network performing inference without reaching a server on a cloud for data privacy. Efficiency in deep learning is gaining momentum in the last couple of years, as can be seen in recent challenges such as MicroNet in computer vision and the task 1B of this year's DCASE challenge. Interestingly, one of the main reasons why deep learning has enabled a large breakthrough in computer vision is the ability to train feature extractor hand-to-hand without need of human experts. However, most deep learning approach for audio still rely on uncrafted feature extraction based on time frequency representation such as MFCC or spectrograms. In this work, we attempt at training end-to-end audio feature extractor and scene classification from raw audio. In previous approach, have attempt at training from raw audio, but most of them need a large number of samples. This is case for models such as this one, trained on 2000 hours of speech, or generative models such as sample RNN or WaveNet. SoundNet is one example of very efficient audio feature extractor, but also requires a large amount of data. Notably, the work of Young used knowledge distillation to train a network on raw audio waveform using the output of network trained on spectrograms. When investigating the DCASE challenge, it appears clear that very few submissions use raw waveform only. And the solution we propose at the challenge is the only one using binaural raw waveform. We have considered the TAU urban acoustic scene 3-class dataset, which is composed of 10 seconds long binaural audio sampled at 48 kHz. Is it totally of 40 hours of audio. There are three categories: indoor, outdoor, and transportation. Our experimental setting is the following. First, we resampled all the data at 18 kHz. Next, we have tested 4 models that we will detail on the next slide. 2 simple convolutional neural network and 2 ResNet. For each model, we have combined several forms of data augmentation with structured parameters pruning and quantization. Let's first explain our data augmentation. Our goal was to adapt the most efficient data augmentation strategy to one-dimensional signal, such as audio. Temporal masking was considered by applying a rectangular windows to the signal at random place among the 10 seconds with varying length. We also degraded the signal using different filters as well as additive noise. Finally, we use cut mix, which is a technique that mixes 2 samples from 2 different categories. Here, it shows 2 different samples, sample A and sample B. They are mixed and the target of the two are mixed relatively from the length of each segment. The first two models considered, model A and model B, are simple one-dimensional CNN, composed of cascade of convolution, batch normalization, and max pooling. Note that we use both inputs of the binaural audio by considering two input channels. We also compare our result to the challenge baseline, which we quickly describe here. We also considered two networks based on residual blocks. A residual block is composed of a shortcut of 1x1 convolution stemmed with a convolution block. We tested two different architectures by varying the number of residual blocks. Those blocks include feature maps of increasing size, 32, 64, and 128 feature maps. We also compare our result to the challenge baseline, which we quickly describe here. In order to get a fair comparison, we applied the same data augmentation techniques to the baseline models, as well as 2D versions of data augmentation. We also test a model baseline with binaural inputs. In order to reduce the parameter count of our solution once training the full model, we perform structured parameter screening by ranking the importance of convolution kernel using L1 norm and removing the least important one by setting the parameters to 0. Next, we fine-tune using data augmentation and repeat this procedure until stopping parameters. We tried different stopping parameters. For the model D, for example, we tried to stay close to the baseline limits. Or for model A and C, keeping the same performance of the baseline. Or trying to keep the same performance than the full model, such as the model B. Finally, we quantize on half point precision. We quantize to floating point, half precision, which results in a similar accuracy. Here are the obtained results. Our best model is 90.9% of accuracy on the development set and rank 16 under the team rank. Our model is the second smallest model that reaches accuracy better than 90%. In addition, our model are only trained on raw binaural waveforms. When investigating all the submission to the challenge, the baseline is here. Our model is here. We show that the gain obtained on the baseline model when considering 2D version of data augmentation applied on spectrogram. And here are two interesting models, both from the winning team. Note the point on the top right side, which is the smallest model with accuracy better than 90%. And we are the next. Here are the results of our ablation study, where we show the effect of data augmentation. As we can see from the table, binaural input seems to be the factor that leads the highest gain of accuracy. This also seems to be the case when considering the baseline model. Data augmentation helps as well as to reach higher accuracy, especially cut mix here. Here we show the gain obtained on the baseline model when considering 2D data augmentation spectrograms, which is not quite different than applying to the raw audio signal. To summarize, we have shown that applying DIA and pruning on a simple 1D CNN can enable end-to-end training on binaural raw waveforms. Our base model is the second lowest parameter count, considering accuracy better than 90%. Our analysis suggests that binaural inputs combined with data augmentation lead to the highest gain in performance. In future works, we would like to propose our exploration on hyperparameters, as the present work indicates already the possibility to train efficient architecture on a raw waveform with raw audio, while considering using knowledge distillation. Thank you. Bye.